contenders are, right?
Kevin, I would say yes for the most part. But we have seen play-in teams from either side of the bracket make a deep run. And I don't want to rule anything out. We tip it up for a reason.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Hernan Gomez out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Abrinas in at the 2-guard spot, and it's good for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Lyons. Here's Barrett. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
We've seen this time and again. R.J. Barrett will not be deterred by a little contact.
Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season.
Shot's good by Lyons.
Well, there's a craftiness to the play of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shifts the defense around to get his teammate an open look.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Abrinas. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game, and he connects with the jumper.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shai, creating a bucket? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Here's Diaz. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Aldama passes to Diaz. And the 3 off target. They've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Fires from the wing. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Launches it. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Murray outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Both teams deciding to change it up. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long, so that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Rubio outside. Pass to Abrinas. Clock at 6. Pulls up from the corner. Dort grabs the miss. Gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. An even 3-on-3 break. To the wing right side. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. There's a good screen. 5 on the clock. Rubio misses. Dort kicks to Murray. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And there's an aggression to Murray's game, willing to battle there for the bucket.
Rubio against Murray. From the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. They're up by 1. The second. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Brooks outside. He takes it in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. Clark finds Alexander Walker. Rubio against Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's good on the 3 ball. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points in the game.
They can see the ball handling ability of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Moves with precision, creates opportunities in pick and roll action. That's nice.
And that one, good.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Rubio. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
So it's the visitors now. They trail by 6. They set the pick to the inside. That one, no good. Nice D from Brooks. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Count the basket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Rubio. And he gets it to go.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Brooks outside. Pass to Olynyk for the 3. A shot missing. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Huey, the pass to Rubio. There's the drive. Rebound by Olynyk. Rubio's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Barrett. Yep, that one goes. Barrett's got his second basket.
Boy, the handles of R.J. Barrett on full display. What a pretty drive.
Here's Rubio. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Be seeing some things to adjust. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Murray outside. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Murray's got 5 points so far.
And the best scorers, like Murray, they believe every shot they take is going in, no matter how deep they are on the floor.
From the high post. Bounces high off the rim and drops. He has 6.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Outside, Barrett. Pass to Dort. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Murray. Here's Lyles. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Diaz. Hasn't made one yet. Back to Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
And here is Murray. He's got 5. lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That's the sound of the offense. They were absolutely
And next up, here's a... That is more than enough.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Olynyk is out there with Trey Lyons. Then there's Murray, and it's Barrett at the small forward position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment, you play the right way.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Left side, Barrett. Aldama with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Abrinas, and it falls over the rim and in. Abrinas has got 5 points now this quarter.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Murray sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13 points.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Dort, he's checked in for Trey Lyons. Here's Hernan Gomez. Still yet to score. Pass to Diaz. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Back to Murray. Now Barrett. And Olynyk kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. Good as the jump shot falls. He's got 15.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
Pass to Abrinas. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
56 seconds left in the third quarter. Aldama finds Hernan Gomez. Back to Aldama. Here's Abrinas. Dort grabs the miss.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Abrinas with the bucket.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
It's a close game here in Brooklyn. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous Alexander's got 19 points.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Abrinas. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Abrinas has got 12 points now in the quarter. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Up by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Ricky Rubio, and it's Garuba into the center position.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
2 points, that one goes. And that's now 21 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. To the paint. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Alexander Walker passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up to the stripe. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points in just the second half. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Both teams will make substitutions. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked to the team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. To tie it up. Tries again. Misses from short range. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Abrinas. It's tipped. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Aldama. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from three-point range. 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Aldama with the rebound. Aldama's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Count it.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Pass to Abrinas. Out to the right wing. Here's Diaz. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Abrinas. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though, and he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
Diaz, the pass to Aldama. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more in. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Santi Aldama is out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the 2-guard. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Abrinas has got 23 points.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the D?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's Abrinas. He's covered by Murray. It's to Diaz. Fires for 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last. What a great shooting performance. This percentage is outstanding.
Shoots the 3. The shot by Diaz, no good. In 71% all in all in this one, they've been brilliant offensively.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Aldama passes to Abrinas. Laces one from 3.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more reliable as a jump shooter. With everything else in his game, look out.
Abrinas the pass to Diaz. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Diaz, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
6-second difference between shot and game play. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target at the rim. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
Here's Diaz. There's a screen by Aldama. Gets the game winner to fall.
Oh! And he wins it at the buzzer.
Oh, an astonishing way to end this game. Some serious last-second heroics.
visiting club takes the win on the road. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Josh Giddey out there with Patrick Mills. Then it's Joe Ingles. Then it's Jock Landale. And it's Exum in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Schroeder. Pass to De Silva. Wagner outside. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And that's big for Wagner's confidence when he's connecting from deep, especially in these answer 3 situations.
Here's Mills. Here's Landale. Left side Giddey, just 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing, and he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. There's a screen. Here's Schroeder. The rebound by Ingles.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Beyond the arc. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, that's a great decision by Wagner. Quickly getting it to the open man.
Coach, the ceiling seems very high for Franz Wagner. He's shown improvement year after year.
He has, Brian, and he's already so polished offensively. He's got great footwork, great touch, and at his age, I think it's the patience he plays with that really stands out. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's Landale from Pete Giddey. Sends it home from 3-point land. Giddey's got his second basket on the night.
Beautiful execution, getting it away quickly. Giddey just wasting no time.
Schroeder with it. 4-3. Hits a 3-pointer.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Landale. Stolen by Schroeder. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Doubled by Ingles. And the shot goes down. De Silva's got 5 points.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
From Pete Giddey. That one's off. He's 2 for 3 in the game.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Wagner from downtown. A rebound by Ingles.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. Both teams deciding to change it up. He's perfect from the line this time. 32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Washington outside. Pass to De Silva. Back to Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Hartenstein with a screen on Simmons. Here's Washington. It's good from about 19 feet.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. They're up by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They're looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Ben Simmons is out there with Dyson Daniels. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's Green. And it's Ingles in at the 4. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Washington. Top of the key. It doesn't go for him. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Daniels passes to Green. Outside Simmons. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Pass to De Silva. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Simmons. On the attack, Green snatched away. And here's the fast break. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Here's Washington, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Ben Simmons.
Man, the defender really went after him.
No good on that one.
Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line. I love it. In attack mode. Drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Wagner's checked in for Washington. Pass to Mills. And here is Green. No points so far. Landale with a screen from Pete Giddey. Counted from distance. And that ties it up.
Like, sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
Back to Schroeder. A minute 20 left in the second period. Here's Wagner. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Wagner outside. There's the triple. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Schroeder's got his 4th assist with that last one. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of this game. Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Schroeder with it. Green picks him up. And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 5.
Wagner loves the ball inside. He makes his money on the blocks.
Outside Giddey. Takes a 13-footer. Uses the glass that time. It's good. Giddey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The visiting team, 24. You know what time.
know the draft's an inexact science, even with all that prep that goes into it. So congrats to the teams that chose the... We need a department store intercom. Attention all ballers, attention all ballers. We have a missing defense. Paging the defense, paging the defense.
That's it for us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Buries it from 3. Give him 8.
Well, that's a good sign for Wagner. He's working to become a more consistent shooter from outside.
Joe Ingles is out there with Jock Landale. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Patrick Mills. And it's Exum in at the 3. Giddey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Joe Ingles is out there with Dante Exum. Then there's Patrick Mills. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Outside Schroeder. Pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. There's the 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Ingles, no good.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Wagner for 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Right side Giddey. Pass to Landale. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Landale's got his first basket.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Here's De Silva. Ingles defending. From the baseline. And he knocks the jumper down. De Silva's got 7 points. Gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Exum. And there's the lob. De Silva with a rebound.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there.
Outside Schroeder. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Here's De Silva. Giddey with a defensive effort. Exum with it. Wagner's on him. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the inside. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Against good defense, he finds just enough room to operate.
Pass to Ingles. Exum outside. Now Giddey. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Wagner outside. Outside Schroeder. Let's go with a 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot. They have to feel great going into the fourth.
The third quarter comes to a close. Leading by 7. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Washington. Mo Wagner is out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's De Silva in at the small forward position. Pass to Daniels. Green with the ball. He's guarded by Washington. Baines. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Now here's Washington. Wagner with a screen on Simmons. Inside. And Wagner gets it to go.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Pass to Simmons. Baines with the ball. Now Simmons. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You know Simmons can get physical when he has to. Right through the contact.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Shot's good by Schroeder.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Yeah, how about Giddey tonight? Scoring the ball, such a different matchup. I don't know who they can throw at him right now.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's De Silva. Nails it from three.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
When his team needs him, Giddey steps up. And you love to see a guy with that kind of fire.
Wagner on the wing. Pass to De Silva. Three-pointer. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And that one's good. Giddey.
The drive and the finish. Giddey's concentration on these physical takes is superb.
With some arc. And Wagner with the layup.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. There's a minute 17 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Landale, and he dunks it down.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Here's Wagner. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And he comes up with a bucket.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Schroeder. Wagner outside. There's a screen. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Landale. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Number 9.
A great find by Giddey, a tall guard who sees the floor so well.
So it's the home team now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Exum. He connects. And now they trail by just 4. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line. Converting on all those free throws helps him build this lead.
There's 18 seconds left in the game. Money!
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. It's not a bad foul right there.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
At the line for your home team.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Exum passes to Ingles from deep. Giddy. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game. Outside, Ingles gets the 3 ball to go. And so the home crowd treated to a win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish.
great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Šarić. Also, Ivica Zubac's out there. Hezonja's out there with Smith. Now Šarić after R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go. Zubac's no good. Murray scanning the floor. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
Smith outside. Šarić outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Murray. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Well, finding some room there on the perimeter, the lefty R.J. Barrett knocks it down.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Olynyk. This one for three. Good on the three-point shot.
Olynyk showing some confidence now, and the big man is catching and firing.
And now here's Hezonja.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Here's Šarić. Smith inside. He's covered by Murray. Smith with the basket on the assist by Šarić.
And Šarić, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
Olynyk finds Murray. Right side Barrett. And the rejection by Zubac. They retain possession. Just 4 to shoot. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. A shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Barrett. Smith against Murray. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the three ball is good.
Gilgeous-Alexander showing just how difficult he can be to guard at times.
So both teams changing it up here. In a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. And you take a look at this home team. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. Here's Perkichin. That's a 2 from Smith. It's Clark with the rebound.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And that one's good. Brooks.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pass to Smith. 26 seconds left in the first. Here's Perkichin. And here's Bogdanović for 3. Rebound by Alexander Walker. There's the lob to Dort. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
7 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so the first quarter is in the books. Up by 9. Let's take a quick break now. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Here's the three. The second chance effort. That one goes. Count it.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
It's rebounded by Perkichin.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
That's a 2 from Smith. Drops one in from the wing. Smith's got 6 points.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
To the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nails the baby hook. And 11 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Pass to Azania. Good on the triple. Azania's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
1:49 left now here in the second. 6 on the shot clock. Barrett against Bogdanovich. R.J. Barrett has established himself as a guy who can play a lot of different roles. Brent, a very versatile player.
A versatile player, Kevin, for sure, and the scoring has been there, but I don't think that's what you rely on with R.J. Barrett. You want him to be a complementary player that plays in different positions on the floor to put the defense at a disadvantage. He's that skilled, and he has that ability to grow that way.
Outside Bogdanovich. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Lyles. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:09 left in the first half. A rebound by Azania.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Zubac's the best to Šarić. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Murray finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Barrett. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
It seems like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Azania. Dort, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Murray outside. And that one, good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. They lead by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end. Punch in the mouth, kicked in the teeth, but they're still standing. That says something.
Moving on to our next. That'll do it for our show.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Jamal Murray is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Trey Lyons. And it's Barrett at the small forward. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander off with the layup. 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Saric outside. Smith outside. Traps in the tray. Smith's got 12. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Around halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Taking a look here at the visitors. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Smith kicks to Hezonja. Saric passes to Smith. Here's Hezonja. Shot clock at 6. Here's the teardrop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
And so he makes both from the line.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Gilgeous-Alexander has that length to be able to extend up to the rim.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. The people in the know how good of a defender he is.
There's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Count that one.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:35 left to play in the 3rd. A 3-pointer is right on target. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Pass to Murray. Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Smith with it. He's covered by Murray. Smith kicks to Hezonja. Here's Saric. Hits the 3-point bomb. Saric has got 5 points so far.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Count that one. And it's now 23 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Smith inside. Murray on him. Poked away.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
And we just finished the third quarter, and well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And he converts the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 in the second half.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the growth that Shea has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved that he's adding to his game.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Doing extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Charge a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Zubac. 5 to shoot. Pass to Smith. Here's Saric. Buries it from three-point range.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving to the basket. 14 feet away. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points in the quarter.
Slithering around the floor, Gilgeous-Alexander gets to his spot.
Smith with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Saric. And here's Smith. He's covered by Murray. And it's Smith missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
And here is Lyles. A rebound by Hazania. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. It's stolen by Barrett. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And now, here's Hazonia. He's covered closely. Zubac finds Saric. Here's Smith. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And this is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense. Not that last possession.
Bucket is good.
And SGA is used to burying these kind of big-time shots. Just an outstanding leader for this team.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch. Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Pass to Smith. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. a critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Zubac.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments. Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Here's Azania. Right between the eyes.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's in!
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out.
You can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Here's Diaz. Three-pointer. Fires in the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Diaz has gone 1 for 2 from deep. Outside Schroeder. Back to Wagner. Can't hit from in close. Back to Aldama. Shot clock at 5. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Back to Schroeder. to De Silva. The three is up. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Oh, for three, not the start they're looking for.
Here's Wagner driving to the basket, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they get that first bucket. 1 for 4 to start this game.
Gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And here's Aldama.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Out to the wing. Releases. The jumper from the wing off target.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Wagner outside. Releases. And it's Diaz with a rebound.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
From the arc. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Both teams will make substitutions. Let's take a look at the seeding for the Eastern Conference with only 4 games of the regular season remaining. You take a look at the home team, and they're sitting with the 5th seed in the conference currently. Wagner outside. Wagner outside. Pass to Schroeder. And we've got 1:18 left now in the first quarter. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist by Wagner. Wagner's got 5.
And even before he caught the ball, Wagner had that measured up.
Here's Diaz. Puts up a 3. Can't get it to drop. Diaz has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Pass to Schroeder. The 3 drains the triple.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
32 seconds left to play in the first. And it's good for 2. 5 points in the game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Can't tie it up. That one misses. Aldama with it. Wagner's on him. And it's good. 2 points.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Fires away from way outside. And so the first quarter is in the books. Leading by 5. And we'll get things started in this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Count that bucket.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Now Hernan Gomez. There's the drive, and that's a foul called on Isaiah Hartenstein. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Washington against Rubio. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep. Rubio's got his first 3 points of the game.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is giving.
Here's Bonga. Pass to De Silva. Goes up on the baseline. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
And here's Rubio. To the paint. It's picked off. In transition, here they come. Pulls up for 3. Knocks it down from distance. 5 points in the game.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
They set the pick. Down low. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. De Silva. And he goes in for the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And, yep, it's good. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your clips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you could move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
Wagner on the wing. Rubio with the rebound.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Defended by Wagner. Outside Rubio. This one for 3. Connects from downtown. Rubio's got 8.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
1:10 left in the first half of basketball. Inside. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist from Schroeder.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Back to Rubio. From deep. It's rebounded by Wagner. Gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Aldama with it. Wagner's on him. Stripped it away. Wagner on the wing. Wagner outside. Over to the wing. Pass to Wagner from outside the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Wagner's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They lead by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
For the East, Nikola Jokic.
For the Joker, last laugh is typically on the opponent. No one has been able...
Checking back in on that first half now, Franz Wagner was cooking.
Well, I love what he's doing offense.
And that's it for halftime.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
No coverage that time. De Silva's got 5 now.
A bigger guy who makes intelligent passes. Nice feed from Wagner.
Aldama outside. Picked by Aldama. Shot clock at 6. Right at the free throw line. Diaz can't get it to go. Shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. And the shot goes in. De Silva's got 5 points in the quarter.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Aldama outside. Pass to Diaz. Takes the 3. The shot that time not on target.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Schroeder passes to Wagner. Here's the three. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Shooting a nice 50% for the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Count it. Good. He's got 7.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan. Only 4 games left of the regular season. Let's see how the West is shaping up. Taking a look at the visitors here. With the playoffs fast approaching, they are well positioned at second place in the conference. Outside Schroeder. Pass to De Silva. To the paint. Here's Wagner. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And it's a blessing to have a big wing with the mobility of Wagner.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Diaz. He has 6. Fires the 3. He buries it from 3. Diaz has got 9 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Wagner, he's open. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And while we have a moment, a look at the league leaders in fast break points over the last 10 games.
Let's see if they'll be able to keep scoring at this rate throughout this season. Over the last 10 games, their ability to score in transition has been special.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Hernan Gomez. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Tipped away. 5 on the clock. Here's Rubio. On target from range. 11 points in the game. Gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Schroeder. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Rubio passes to Hernan Gomez. Outside Rubio. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Second shot opportunity. And Hernan Gomez with the lay-in.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Outside Schroeder. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Schroeder against Rubio. The 3 ball. Pure from 3-point range. Rubio's got 6 in the quarter.
Now he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course it helps space.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. They lead by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. We've got Washington. Wagner is out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's De Silva in at the small forward position. Wagner, right side. Lets it go from the wing. And the shot falls short that time.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Outside Rubio. To take the lead. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. For 3. And no good. To the inside, Garuba, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
So both teams changing it up here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard and we will win this game.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Diaz. To the middle. Some room here for Schroeder. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Diaz. Uses the glass on the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Wagner finds Schroeder. Back to Wagner. Outside Schroeder. Lets the 3 fly. He drops it from range. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Here's Diaz. De Silva with the rebound. Got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Wagner. It falls!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Here's Diaz. There's 45 seconds left in the final quarter. Yes! And that one brings them within 1. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here. And look at Franz Wagner, proving he can deliver down the stretch. And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
Yeah, they need to focus on scoring every possession and not turning over the ball.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
And the defense has to know that taking away his 3 is the #1 priority, and he's hurt them all game long with that shot. It makes no sense.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, it falls!
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a 3. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
And so they get the victory here at home. That was an incredible night of hoops.
Early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Josh Giddey is out there with Mills. Then there's Dante Exum. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Landale in at center.
Boy, it looked like the defense was perfectly positioned. Outstanding contest. And Josh Giddey says, I don't care. I'm scoring anyway.
The three for Doncic. Landale grabs the miss. Ingles dishes to Exum. Fires the three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Dante Exum knocking down shots will put a smile on this team's face. He continues to work on the offensive end.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Chanchar drills the three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities. So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
Pass to Chanchar. Now, here's Doncic. Three-pointer. Knocks down the three ball.
We know this is one aspect that Luka consistently goes to. It's either in the paint or from deep. You've got to guard the long ball.
Now, here's Exum. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And here's Ingles outside. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Doncic. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
The wide open look here for Ingles. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
Joe Ingles has finished top 5 in the league's three-point shooting on multiple occasions. You've got to contest that.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Doncic. Landale grabs the miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And here's Mills from the arc. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Sinks the three-pointer. Exum's got 6.
Really good anticipation by Dante Exum. He feels the defense laying off, and he sticks it.
On the wing, Doncic. Offensive rebound. From the arc. Ingles with the rebound.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And how about the body control? Refusing to let the defense alter that shot.
Gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. Now, here's Doncic. 5 points in the game. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. Doncic has got his 3rd basket of the night. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Up by 2. And we'll be back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And that one drops.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Ben Simmons is out there with Daniels. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Green. And it's Ingles in at the power forward.
Ben Simmons, a guy who will find you if you are open. You love his setup ability.
You know, Doris, Ben Simmons has certainly had a turbulent career, hasn't he?
Oh, my goodness, there's no question, Kevin. You begin with some of the injury challenges he's had throughout. Started in his rookie season, has continued throughout some of the years. There's also been questions about the balance in his game. Obviously, perimeter shooting has been a weakness. But the first and most important thing Ben has to do is get healthy, Kevin.
Joe Ingles is out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Daniels. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. And Dragic has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yep, that one goes in there.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside, Green. Pass to Daniels. Latrey can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Inside, shoots from 12. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And Simmons kicks to Baines.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Now Daniels. Plays it up and banks it in. Daniels has got 4 this quarter. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Doncic looking it over. The three ball. Oh, Doncic with a confident three ball.
And a dangerous corner pocket shot from Luka Doncic. This guy is on point.
To the right side. Pass to Mills. Here's Giddey. We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. That one doesn't drop. Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Doncic outside. Lets it go from deep. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Green.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Back to Ingles. Launches a 3. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Pass to Chunshard. Down low. Here's Doncic. Doncic with a strong move inside.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Basket counts. Giddey's got 8 points.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Here's Doncic. Luka blows right through the contact.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They lead by 3. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
Please direct your attention to center court.
Fantastic three-point shooting from him, stretching out the defense. I had a couple of games like that myself, Shaq. It's fun, man, believe me.
And right now, that'll do it for our show.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Connects from three-point range. Doncic has got 21.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Joe Ingles is out there with Dante Exum. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Mills. And it's Landale in at the center position. To the inside. Doncic powers it home.
Just another ho-hum, brilliant offensive performance from Luka Doncic.
You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
They've got Josh Giddey. Joe Ingles is out there with Exum, and it's Mills, and it's Landale in at the 5 down low. The 3 for Doncic. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Exum is out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Mills. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Chanshaw. Ingles covering. Six to shoot. To the middle. Here's Blasic. And he banks in the layup.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. I've got Joe Ingles. Josh Giddey is out there with Mills. Then there's Dante Exum. And it's Landale in at the 5 spot. Back to Ingles. Pass to Giddey. And the shot goes in. Giddey's got 12 points in the game.
To me, it's the ability to facilitate that enhances Josh Giddey as a scorer. You've got to play him for both, and right now he's cooking the defense.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. 1:29 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Chanchard. Inside. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. The 3 from Mills. Drills it from outside. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. "13 feet away." Mills with the rebound. Gotten 4 of their first 5 second half shots to fall. 80% since the break. 29 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Furphy. Back to Simmons. 4 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, if you're Ben Simmons and you're playing in pick-and-roll action with the ball in your hands, you got to be willing to score it or deliver it.
Poked loose. Right side, Green. Shoots over Dragic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. That one drops. He ties it up. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And coming up as soon as we return from break, and now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Aaron Baines out there with Josh Green. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Daniels in at the 2-guard spot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Both shots good from the stripe.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Pass to Daniel. Outside, Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Clock at 6. Baines a screen. 3-pointer, Daniels. And Toby pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
This close to the rim, Ben Simmons just leaves no doubt.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Pass to Ingles. Here's Landale. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Landale's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the paint, and they double up Doncic. From past the arc, Landale grabs the miss. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Now here's Giddey. Defense right on him. He hits it from 9.
Wow, Josh Giddey might be young, folks, but a fearless big-time bucket right there.
Now here's Doncic, covered by Mills. Pass to Doncic. Landale grabs the miss. Landale's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Giddey, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
That is a big one, folks. Giddey gives them exactly what they need when they need it.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Was there ever a doubt they'd go to Luka Doncic? This guy is a big-time performer.
1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Giddey, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
There's the screen. Pass to Doncic. Misses from close range. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Giddey. And a missed layup. Lazic. Giddey defending. Out to Doncic. Shoots over Mills. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
High arcing shot. Count it!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Blazic. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic...
BA, for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We got Trey Lyles. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Olynyk in at the 5 spot. Outside Murray. Pass to Lyles. And here is Barrett. Clock at 6. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Wagner against Barrett. And Wagner gets it to go.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Lyles. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Wagner outside. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple. Wagner's got 5 points.
Well, that's a good sign for Wagner. He's working to become a more consistent shooter from outside.
Outside Barrett. Launches it. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
1:49 left in the first quarter here. Shot from the top of the key. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, BA. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Back to Schroeder. And he converts the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Olynyk with a screen on Schroeder. Shoots from 12. And he nails the jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
So both teams making some changes here. Wagner with a screen on Brooks. To the paint. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Well, look, you can't let Wagner get this deep. You deserve to get dunked on when you give him this position.
Right side Barrett. The 3. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Washington. And stolen by Barrett. Here's Murray. Here's Dort, defended by Wagner. Take it away! Fires from way outside. No luck on that one. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Now here's Barrett. Softly drops in the floater. Barrett's got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, team effort pays off with a bucket. And nice work by Barrett using the pick to his advantage.
They've got Dylan Brooks. Lugens Dort out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Barrett in at the 2-guard spot. 6 to shoot. Wagner with a screen. Brooks defending. Soft touch off the glass.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Clark outside. Pass to Barrett. Brooks left side. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
Well, Brooks is one hard-working man. He runs into a foul and still gets a shot off.
He hits the second from the line, and it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenged coach with any real authority.
And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
They have no answer defensively inside.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Murray passes to Lyles. Here he goes.
Man, good whistle there.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. First free throw is good.
At the line for the away team.
Both shots good from the strike. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Wagner outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Lyles. Murray against Washington. Murray, no good.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Coach, another guy that symbolizes the rise of Canadian basketball, Jamal Murray. What an impact he's making.
Yeah, Brian, I'd say even more than just making an impact. This Canadian guard can actually carry an offense on his own.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's checked in for Barrett. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Murray against Wagner. Clock at 6. From 8 feet away. Brooks with the rebound. Got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander takes the contact.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Wagner. And he jams it home with authority.
Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Brooks. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Wagner. He's got 9. Pass to De Silva. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, that's a great decision by Wagner. Quickly getting it to the open man.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Barrett. Now Olynyk. Fires from deep. It's not going to go for him. Pass to Wagner. Just 3 on the clock. And he lays it up and in. Wagner's got 6 in the quarter.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those.
Okay, now we've got some. Thanks as always.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They lead by 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
I like how they controlled the tempo and played to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
We've got Murray. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. Pass to Barrett. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's got 10. Murray passes to Olynyk. Shot clock at 6. The 3, Barrett hits the trifecta. Barrett's got 13 now.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Here's De Silva. Back to Schroeder. Takes a 3. No good there. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Barrett, and it's rejected. Schroeder against Gilgeous-Alexander. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. And here's Schroeder outside. Knocks down the long J. 7 points in the game.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And now let's turn the spotlight on the NBA's highest scoring teams.
They've been having a great season on the offensive end of the floor. It never takes this team long to put big points up on the board.
On the wing, Murray. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Murray. No made baskets yet. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. Stan, you coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Now here's Barrett. 13 points in the game. Here's De Silva. Down low. Rebound by Olynyk. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Olynyk with a screen on Schroeder. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Lyles. Off the mark there with a 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And that one good. De Silva's got his second basket of the night.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Olynyk. Murray deciding where to go with it. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Now here's Wagner. He's got 11. An easy 2 on the layup. Wagner's got 13.
Yeah, Wagner doesn't fear contact. He'll take it right into the defense down there.
Outside Barrett. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander with the hammer.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
11 seconds left in the third. Pass to De Silva. Fades away. And he makes it.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot off.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Mo Wagner is out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. Then it's Washington, and it's Bunga in at the shooting guard position. Parked it down low that time, got hit with the 3-second call.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Now Murray. Launches a 3, sinks the tray.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Brooks defending. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Now here's Brooks. Lyles a screen. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
And Allie, thanks.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Here's Olenek. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here comes the break. Olenek passes to Murray. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Another shot. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good on the lay-in.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Here's Wagner. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Well, no surprise. Wagner is becoming a guy they can go to in big spots.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Murray from outside gets the 3 to fall.
Well, there's no question. Murray can go get one for you when you need it most.
Barrett against Wagner. Outside Schroeder. Rebounded by Lyles.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
Wagner up top, guarded by Barrett. And he buries it. Oh, and that cut cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is why they go to Wagner here. He can get them the clutch points.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good on the free throw.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
Outside Barrett. 23 seconds left to play in the fourth. 5 on the clock. Olynyk finds Murray. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They have to feel good about this. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
Rosters are set, Kevin. I mean, this is what you got. You're not going to add anybody else. There's no added shooting. You're not going to get the tough rebounder guy. You've got to dig in and understand and define the roles for what these guys can do for your team moving forward. You could be leaning on your starters more and playing them heavy minutes because you're seizing the opportunity to get into a position to play playoff basketball.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Santi Aldama is out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard position. Here's Diaz, kept alive, and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Chanshaw. Shot clock at 5. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. We play just over a minute here in the first. Pass to Diaz. Now Hernan Gomez. Here's Abrinas. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Chanshaw. Back to Doncic. From outside the arc. Aldama with the rebound. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Diaz. Here's Abrinas. Here's Diaz. Nice move. He lays it in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Chanshaw. It's good from long range.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The 3 hits it from three-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively.
I think these teams have made the adjustments defensively, and both are seeing their defensive numbers rise.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Pass to Abrinas. Shoots over Dragic. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
It's good. This game is all even.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Rubio. Hands it from downtown.
Rubio.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Up by 3. Stay with it. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start. Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
To the middle. Low block shot on the way, and it's in off the backboard. Lets it go from 14. That's good on the jump shot. Rubio's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Rubio's a guy you have a hard time guessing against. Creative shot making there.
Pass to Dragic. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Down low. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
So both teams making some changes here. Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
Drawn a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Rubio looking around from downtown. Nailed from three-point land. Rubio's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just a great job out of the pick and roll. Thousands of those opportunities for Ricky Rubio. He knows what to do.
Doncic passes to Toby. Six on the shot clock. Here's Dragic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Personal foul, second.
On Tuesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid. And then on Saturday, first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Dragic. Gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Over to the wing. Diaz. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
3 points.
Diaz has got 5 points so far. Doncic kicks to Dragic. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Pass to Diaz. Altama with the ball. Standing at 12.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Outside Dragic. Here's Chanshaw. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 5 points in the game.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Pass to Diaz. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Aprinas. The little short-range fadeaway off target. Nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Lazic. Hernan Gomez covering. Back to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Deflects the pass. And they're on the break. A pull-up. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Aldama's got 5 points in the quarter. Near the three-point line. It's and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's...
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field. This is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the visiting team. And that is...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Here's Diaz. Pass to Aldama. Here's Abrinas. Back to Aldama. Hernan Gomez finds Aldama. Shot clock at 6. Here's Diaz. Offline with his 3. We've got Hernan Gomez. And it's Aldama with the power forward position. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Diaz the pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Abrinas. 3-pointer. The shot, no good. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Nails the baby hook. He's got 6. And has been just uncontainable. 72%. Here's Aldama. Pass to Diaz. Trains the 3-pointer. Diaz has got 8.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Doncic outside. Puts it up from 17, and the jumper falls for him.
Oh, nice touch on Luka's mid-range there. The product of a lot of practice time and natural talent.
Here's Diaz. Guarded by Doncic. The shot by Diaz, no good.
Team starts the second half missing 4 or 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Here's Blasic. Out to Doncic. From deep. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Diaz. Jacks up a 3. Drops in the tray.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Now here's Dragic. Tight defense on him. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Here's Rubio. It's blocked. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Dragic. Can't hit from in close. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And that's the advantage you have with Ricky Rubio on the floor. Complete trust. Great pass on time and on point.
Pass to Toby. And Garuba pulls it down.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Buzzer beater.
And they get it to double digits just as we get set for the final quarter here.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up 11. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Inside. Good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And that one's good. John.
Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
And it's Abrinas in the corner. Pass to Aldama. Here's Diaz. Offensive rebound. Lets it go with the three. No good that time. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
Pass to Aldama. Lets the three fly. Good on the three-point shot.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
There's no end to the ways Doncic can score.
Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Diaz the pass to Abrinas. Aldama with the ball. Here's Abrinas. 6 to shoot. And the layup is good.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Doncic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
There's a screen by Aldama. There's Abrinas. Can't connect from short range. Gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on her own. Pass to Chanchar. A three-pointer, no good. Gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. And 1:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Abrinas. Here's Diaz. Junjard grabs the miss.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And here's Doncic from the arc. He can't get it to go. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
.36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's good from beyond the arc.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Diaz. Guarded by Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game. It's coming through.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Takes the three. Knocks down the three.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for the...
You know, each game is really the determining factor for how that plays out. So when possible, you keep your stars in there for close games and get them some rest when the outcome isn't in question.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Dario Saric is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Smith, and it's Hazonia in at the 3. Now here's Wagner. Yep, count it.
Yeah, Wagner's showing he has the strength to beat contact.
Pass to Azonia. Smith with it. And here's Zubats. 6 to shoot. Over to the left wing. And here's Smith. From behind the arc. The shot comes out. Wagner on the wing. Inside. Here's De Silva. And that one's good. Nice pass to set him up.
A bigger guy who makes intelligent passes. Nice feed from Wagner.
Pass to Smith. Fires for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Wagner outside. Back to Schroeder. 4-3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Šarić. The shot by Hazonia, no good. Here's De Silva. Šarić covers. Off target with a jump hook. Gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Up and in on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Wagner. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. Tipped. He's got a clear path. Finished off the break.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end.
Timeout.
Wow.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
And you know, I mean, they played with great energy all the way through. Just fell a little bit short.
And maybe if they were at home, their fans could have given them the boost they needed to get over the top.
Bogdanović has checked in for Smith. Pass to Schroeder. They set the pick. And the 3 off target.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Šarić outside. Here's Hazonia. Šarić outside. Now Bogdanović. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And you can tell Bogdanović is comfortable down in the corners. He knows he's got the shot dialed in.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Wagner. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And he gets that one. He has 6.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Defended by Bogdanović. Banked it in off the glass.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Hazonia. Still without a bucket. The fader. 2 points. That one goes. 5 ticks left in the first quarter. And that does it for the first quarter. Leading by 5. And back in a moment as... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
To the inside. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Perkichin. That one is off. Nice D from Wagner. Washington outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Defended by Bogdanovich. Here's Wagner. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Outside Bogdanovich. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Washington. Here's Hartenstein. Can't cash it in from the high post.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Drives to the hoop. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Back to Šarić. Bogdanovich on the wing. Pass to Azonia. Jacks up a three. Drains the triple.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
1:49 left in the second. Wagner, right side. Here's Bonga. The three is up. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Šarić, a screen. And that one's good.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
A minute 15 left in the second. Here's Wagner. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And it's a blessing to have a big wing with the mobility of Wagner.
Gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And if they can keep that same physicality, you have to think they'll be in a good position to grab another win here.
For three, Smith. He can't get that one to fall. Got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Pass to Schroeder. It's hauled in by Šarić.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
Smith passes to Šarić. Here's Azonia. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 6.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Zubac's with it. Still no points. For 3, Smith buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Good heads-up basketball. Season opening and capitalizes.
Wagner for 3. Connects from downtown.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that... All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is. I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call it, guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They just let scores go by.
Ole, ole, ole. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And he lobs it up top.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Ivica Zubac's out there with Dario Saric. Then it's Smith, and it's Hazonia in at the small forward position. Pass to Smith. 14 feet away. It's rebounded by Wagner.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
For the lead. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Yeah, Wagner just keeps going at them. He's in the zone right now.
They've got Dario Saric. He's out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Smith in at the 2-guard spot. Pass to Zubac. Saric outside. Here's Smith. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Smith's got 8.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
All right, let's take a break and take a look at which teams have been lethal from outside the arc during the last month of play.
And I love the way both teams are shooting the 3-ball. They're shooting it with conviction, and it shows up in the numbers.
Back to Schroeder. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Deflected. We've got Smith. Dario Saric is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Hazonia in at the small forward.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to De Silva. Now here's Wagner. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
We've got Ivica Zubac. Smith out there with Dario Saric. And it's Hazonia in at the 3. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. Taking a look at the visitors here. They're currently holding on to the 3rd best record in the conference. 2 minutes into the second half of play now.
2 minutes.
Pass to Zubac. 3-pointer. And there's Smith. That one's good on the assist by Zubac.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Wagner on the wing. Steps back and fires. It's rebounded by Zubac.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Dario Saric is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Smith, and it's Hazonia in at the 3 slot.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Smith inside. 11 points in the game. Gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. De Silva. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Shooting an efficient 64%. Excellent. Pass to Zubac. Here's Perkichin. No good with the elbow jumper. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor. It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Shot on the wing. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
With 1 on the clock. Nice jump shot. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. They're up by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Here's Bogdanovic, and it goes straight through with a swish.
Well, Bogdanovic is a picky shooter, so he must be feeling it to take the jumper.
Pass to Hartenstein. Right wing. Wagner with it to the wing, right side. 4 on the clock. Hartenstein a screen. He shoots. Drops one in from the wing.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screens.
Here's Perkichin over Wagner, and it's Perkichin missing.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Hartenstein passes to Washington. Back to Hartenstein. Pass to Wagner. That one a little long.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game. Both teams leaving it all out there.
From downtown. No luck on that one. Shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And he knocks down the first one. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. We've got Washington. He's out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's De Silva in at the 4. After having trailed for a while, they could retake the lead.
Nice effort to battle back and put themselves in this position.
The shake. And he jams that one in. Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And the bucket is good.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle. On scoring alone, there's not that much intensity on defense.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Out to the right wing. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Smith. No good off the glass.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Here's Wagner.
Cash. Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. .44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Smith. Silva with the rebound. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Wagner for three. And connects from downtown.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. .29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Smith. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
19 seconds left in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Pass to Šarić, looking to end the run. Count it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he does get the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. 11 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Hezonja. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. And so the home crowd treated to a win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.